All right, everybody, what's going on? We are back. I feel like it's been a crazy long time. I haven't made a trade recap video in a while. So I'm going to go over a whole bunch of trades during this video. Starting all the way back from April 8th. Okay? So we're going to start back on April 8th. Go all the way back to the beginning here. And we're just going to go over every trade that I took, excuse me, one by one. I'm going to go over the reasons I took them, obviously, and I'll show you the execution pictures. Yeah, let's get into it. I haven't made one of these in a while. I'm excited. Kind of been slacking. I'm sorry, you guys, but sometimes life calls and you get a little busy, so... But yeah, also at the end of this, I'm going to tell you guys, listen, I blew a Tradeify straight to funded account while not being on the charts, okay? And I was up on the day, all right? And if you want to figure out what happened with that, you're going to have to watch till the very end, and then I'll talk about it after I show the trades, all right? So yeah, if you want to hear about that, I would stick around. But anyway, we'll get into this trade here. Didn't take any trades last Monday, so we're going straight into Tuesday. And honestly, I've been checking out London and like Asia quite a bit more. I feel like it's been a little bit cleaner than NY for some reason. NY has been so weird, I can't lie. Let me see here. So we get this big pump up, right? And when I see this, right, like we shoot up into this, that is like such a bearish reaction, okay? The way obviously that we use inverses around here is when we start pumping through inverses, you want to just see them get destroyed, right? So when we wick up into this and we reject super hard, like what is that? We literally wicked up 69 points and came like straight back down, okay? That is so bearish, I can't even tell you. So immediately I'm like, all right, cool, that's a bearish reaction. Let's try and look for a short. Which gap right here stands out to me? Yeah, this one's okay, but it's a little small. Honestly, I like this one the most. Oops. Why do I like this one the most? Well, it's very obvious. It's singular. It definitely doesn't match the other candles around it, so that's what I mean by obvious. Like here's a pretty decent gap, right? Okay. But let me ask you this. If we come down and wreck through this, why would I wait for this too? I mean, you can. It depends on how much conviction you have, but I don't know. This gap is the one that's standing out to me. I mean, we're delivering from the left. We get a super bearish reaction. Let's see here. How do I... Oops. Wrong one. Delivering. Okay, so what I'm watching for is, like normal, this gap to get destroyed. Oops. Not sure why that just happened. And immediately, I'm really liking the response out of this top gap. Like, it's holding very, very strongly. You could drop a fib here and see that the 0.5 is holding pretty good. Oh, and by the way, guys, man, if you guys use Breathe Right strips ever, make sure to wash your face, man, because... Oh, sorry. Make sure to wash your face because, man, I like scrubbed a little too hard and now I look like I'm Rocky Balboa or something. I got in a street fight. So yeah, that's what that is. But yeah, anyway. We'll get back into this. Okay. So bang, really nice candle through there. I like that. But as you know, I cannot just get in here on this. I must have a close below this gap, right? Can't just jump in on a wick down because you never know. This is a very bullish gap. If you see here, we already pumped out of it once. You never know. We could do this and come out of it again. So that's why you wait for the close below, which we do get here. Okay. So I entered 2 here. Chose the wick inside this gap as my scale break even point. Let's see, where was I believe my full TP was down there. Yeah. Okay, so I went for this wick as my full TP here. Right, so we get in here. I'm not sure how to enter a scale limit order, but anyway, we'll just play it. A little bit of a wick up, no worries though. I'm holding till I hit my break even, you know? Like, I'm not touching this until I hit my break even or I stop out. Okay? Alright, listen. Woo! Listen, when you're in a short and you see that, you're so happy. But at this moment in time, okay, I scale 1 here. So we secure some of the bag, right? And then I move my stop loss, break even, to make sure that this doesn't come back up and stop me out after that, because, yeah, that's no good. But yeah, we'll just let it play. Now I'm feeling really confident about this target, I'm not gonna lie. And bang, we're all out there. So, there's that play. Here's the executions on that. Kind of a banger, I'm not gonna lie. Like a quick 200 points. Really, really good trade. Yeah, 220 points and scaling 1. So, absolute banger. Gotta love to see it. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one, which will be. All right, what do we got? Excuse me. We got a 3-minute short. All right. So I'm assuming it's gonna be up here. Oh. I put these lines up ahead of time so that I wouldn't have to like try and search for these a whole bunch. But again, here we got another Asia play, right? Had a really nice pump here, so super high in premium. Definitely looking to short to get in on this retrace. Immediately we have a very, very clean gap. Like, this is right after Asia open, okay? Like I said, Asia and London has been pretty clean, but we got this 3-minute here. It was kind of a weird one, honestly, but the thing about it was we had multiple sets of equal lows below. Okay, so come up, sweep these. Very bearish reaction after sweeping that high. Oh, we don't want to do that. Okay. So the main reason that I like this, it's not like the cleanest inverse, I'm not gonna lie, but the thing is we put in so many equal lows, and like I'm also overall bearish, so there's the close there. Oops, why does it do that? So there's the close there, and we're not aiming for anything big here, right? These equal lows, these equal lows. here. Okay. So we enter in here. No scale, no multiple cons, just one con. Enter there. This is such a weird one, you guys. Like, I wouldn't even give this a very high rating. I mean, are we delivering from anything? Okay, so we did sweep. And we're delivering out of here. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not the greatest, but it's good. But we'll just play that there. Bang. W. Not like a super amazing play, but I mean, it's pretty clean. Glad I got out there because I would have been stopped at break even for sure. That's honestly one thing I've been noticing about like actually just picking a target and setting a limit instead of like giving it the chance to come back on you. You know, like if you have a target in mind, just set the limit and let it hit and then get out of the trade. You know. All right. So the next play, 1 minute, and actually was not too far after this one, to be honest. 10:25. Okay, yeah, so it's right here. Oops. Chopping. 10:30 hits, we start to get a little good movement. All right. Oops. You know what? I'm so sorry. Gosh dang it. And I already deleted my line, bro. Alright, well, it's fine. It's not too much of a difference. But basically, we got this gap here, right? And I can't show you it, but we had an SMT right here. Like a really, really good one. Okay, so SMT meaning ES swept this high and Q did not. Look at how obvious this is, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, so in the actual trade, you know, oh my gosh, you guys, this is so good. Inverse here, delivering from here, SMT, like this is A plus 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 plus. I would take this every day. Got mini LRLR down here. Yeah, this is a beaut. So, in live time, I actually got in on the candle close there. I accidentally went too far, but again, not aiming for anything big here, right? We're just taking out these lows and calling it a day. Enter here, take profit here. Like, and if you want this to work, you don't want to see us bounce here, by the way. Like when we start hitting this trend line, okay, I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, like, but because I hate when trend lines like that hold. Like I know they're gonna get ran, but it's kind of hard to know when. But I had a lot of conviction in this. I'm so bearish, you guys, it's not even funny. So, you know, we hold, we wreck that. Full TP smacked. Here's that. All right. Okay, so that's Wednesday. Oh my gosh, so many trades. Let's delete that. Delete that. Sorry guys, and today is moving day for me. I'm moving to a new spot and I'm kind of got a lot going on my mind, but I really wanted to get this video done, so. All right, next play, 30-second. Or 10, okay. So we'll come back here. This one is like, man, this was like the most obvious inverse of all time. You guys, if you ever see this, Wait, let me just go through this. Okay, look at this candle, right? Oh wait, I'm sorry, that's still not it. Where are we at here? Wait, am I not on the... Okay. Okay, there it is. Look at this candle, okay? Man, when you see a candle like that, you mark this every time, okay? Trust me, trust me, trust me, mark that every time. We just swept out so many highs, right? If you zoom out here, I know we tapped into something. So we tap into this 30-minute, right? And then we okay, no, we don't tap into it. We launch into that 30-minute, right? But then boom. Okay. Immediately back down. If you if you ever see this, this is not financial advice, but please take this. Let me just fix my... I don't think there was an SMT, which is fine. Still had delivery. That V shape is crazy. So we got inverse here. Oops. All right. LRLR below, equal lows below. This is A plus again. Oh my gosh. It's trades like these, honestly, that like... Wait, did we even go that? It's trades like these, honestly, that like kind of make you kick yourself when for taking bad ones, if that makes sense. Like you see plays like this and it's just like, oh my gosh, bro, I have to take this. And then, you know, you take another one that's not as good and you're like, bro, why did I even do that? But yeah, full TP at the equal lows, not trying to catch the biggest move of the day, you know, just trying to catch our piece of the pie and call it a day. Bang, there's full TP. Perfect play right there. This V shape is crazy. Like, man, you will never see me not taking that. Whew. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. Man, that's so good. So that was Thursday, and then I don't think there was any trades on Friday. So that's gonna do it for the week before. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, this has been really fun, but I think that I'm kind of over this bedroom vibe, and I think I'm... Sorry about that. I accidentally hit the record end button, but I think I'm ready for a vibe change, so I think we should switch it up a bit. Give me just a sec. And how about that for a vibe change, huh? Got the Saturn ring lights in the back. We got a couple more Saturn ring lights right here. Whew. Man. Let's go. First recording in the new place. This is nice. I love it here already. Super, super, super excited. All right. Yeah, so let's continue with this trade recap. I did notice, though, that I did forget one trade that I took last Friday. Or not last Friday. Yes, last Friday. Which was this. So we'll get into it here. Now, I'll go over why I like this, and then I'll talk about what happened, obviously. But it's a 1 minute long attempt. Okay. Now, we're dumping down. I'm eyeballing this, which, okay, we get the sweep of that right there, right? We're delivering out of a 4 minute. We have relative equal highs up here, low resistance liquidity here, like this. After we sweep that low, and we sweep that low with this gap here. So I'm watching this, okay? Come up, we test it once, reject, come back down, okay? And then, and in live time, let me tell you what. This candle was like insanity, okay? I mean, maybe not insanity, but it was really, really good, okay? Boom. Like, not only do we sweep this low here, but we also come up, have another manipulation leg down, then come up, destroy this gap, okay? So I'm really looking to take this at this point, right? We get the close above. I'm going to enter in here. Stop loss is a close below. I'm literally just going to target here, nice and easy, quick 50 points. We get in here, okay? Now, this basically never worked, right? Like, bro, okay? This never, ever, ever worked. It failed right away, so we got the stop out there. Now, what I've been noticing, well, for this week anyway, what happened a few times is having the right draw on liquidity, but not the right timed entry, okay? Because as you can see, now this is probably what I should have waited for, right? This is a little bit more aggressive of a sweep than this. Plus, it's not the very first one, right? Sometimes when you have a big dump down and you sweep a low, unless you get like a really super immediate V shape, you kind of want to see this basically first and then take the next one you see. The next good setup that you see anyway. So play a little bit. As you can see, like price did end up hitting my target, but like it was really, really, really choppy. Really choppy. And yeah, it was super choppy. It was just honestly an unfortunate loss. It happens. It's part of the game. No big deal. We keep it moving. On to the next. Oh, and also here's this. All right, the next one. Another loss, unfortunately. Wait a minute here. Uh, 417. Oh wait, we need to go back more. Okay, sorry about that. I marked all these out to make it easier. And all right. Sunday 413. I think we had a 2-minute here. Okay, so we'll switch to the 2-minute and go to Sunday. All right, so the play I took on Sunday. Geez, this was really nice. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't have minded taking that. But I am pretty much bearish. If you notice my shorts, okay, my shorts that I've been taking are not losing, but the longs that I took, okay. But anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. So we come up, we do sweep these highs here, right? We're delivering out of a 1 minute to the left. Okay. Basically, I'm watching this 2-minute here. Nice singular gap. We have LRLR below. Yeah, this is bang. So we get the entry there. Let's see, where did I put my full target here? 07. All right, so I think we just held down to here. Yeah, okay. So one thing that I like about setups that have multiple spots that you could consider good targets is you can use this as a break even, okay? And then you can use this as a full TP, and you could also even use this as a scale if you wanted to, right? When you got LRLR and a nice swing point below, I love that. Such good targets. But yeah, so we're delivering from here. We get this really nice 2 minute. We enter here. TP down here. We let that ride. So like right there, I can go break even, but pretty much done. So yeah, pretty good play there. Like the market was really weird this week, you guys. It was like, I really didn't like holding on to plays for very long. And as you can see, look, we swept this and just like yoinked. So that was like the best exit of all time. So that was a 3 minute from Sunday. Here's the, or 2 minute from Sunday. There's that. Exit bar replay. All right, what was the next play? $4.14, $7.29, 1 minute. This play was absolute. This play was so much pain, you guys. I can't even. All right, so what happens here? Basically, we get a dump, right? Then we build up this LRLR here. Then a manipulation leg up. Not only into. Sorry, 1 second. Not only perfectly into here, right? So we tap that, bang, tap that perfectly, right? And we got this LRLR below. Immediately I'm watching this, okay? 2 minute. So I was watching the 2 minute, but the 2 minute, look how much bigger the stop loss would be, right? Because the stop loss for this model is a close back above or below the gap that is inversed. So I went with the 1 minute on this one because it basically would be the same entry on the 1 minute or the 2 minute. However, the 1 minute has a smaller stop loss, so that's why I did that. So we'll go here. So I'm watching for this to get inversed. Which, okay, in hindsight, okay, now playing this back, I'm not going to lie. The way we came down here and then pumped up like this instead of just rejecting and closing below, that, honestly, I should have taken as a sign that this may not be the play to enter, but hindsight is whatever, and you can't predict that. So, entry is here. We get the close below. And really, I was going to go for this last swing, right? And I was going to just use this as my break-even point, okay? Pretty solid break-even point, honestly. Like, this is likely to hit, you know? What's going on here? Why is that? Okay. So, come down. You guys, oh, this is so frustrating. Come down, get like 8 points away from my BE, and just, yeah. So we're stopped out there. We take the loss on that. Again, this is one of those very, 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 very painful moments where you get the setup, you have the draw on liquidity, right? Like you know where price wants to go, and it goes there, but you just you just don't get it on the right play, and you know it happens. There's the low. It happens, but when you get into a play and you see your TP get hit and it hits after you've been stopped out, it's a little frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, but that's okay. That's trading. On to the next. Okay. Looks like we got a 1 minute short. Set the chart here from the 14th still. Oh my gosh, look how many trades there are to go over. Crazy. All right. So this one was honestly kind of weird, but I think what happened was, okay, so I'm pretty sure we had an SMT right here. And we come up. NQ takes the... I'm so sorry, gosh dang it. I'll do that again. So, okay, no, we didn't have an SMT because we actually came up and took it. So... take the high, okay? All right. Take this high, and honestly, yeah, okay, it's not very clean. So this is super choppy. Like, I don't like that. But you know what I do like is this. You see the curve of this? This is like, oh my gosh. When it looks like this, to me, when I see price look like this, I know that this is going to get wrecked. Like, I just know it. I don't know when, but oh my gosh. If I see this LRLR like that, oh, and then I get a setup for it, man, you catch me taking that every time. So what do we do here? We get this inverse here, really, really small stop loss. But it was delivering out of here. Entry is here. So 10-point stop loss, like really good stop loss, really, really good. Plays like that, I will most likely always be willing to give a try, especially if I like it. So we're delivering out of here. We get the inverse here. We've swept all of this. Like, we literally came up and just swept all these highs, right? And also, I will say this. When we barely hit this high and, like, reject like this, that's such a bearish signature in price. Like, if we're going to be bullish and we're going to pump through this, you do not want to see that. Like, we should just wreck through that high, basically. But anyway. So we enter in here. We use this as a scale. Okay? Scale / break even, whatever you want to call it. And then our full TP is, yeah, down here, this last wick inside this gap, inside this fair value gap. So we'll just play this thing. Love to see that. Oh my gosh, what a trade. Okay, so listen, I didn't have time to do it, but I scaled right here and held the rest to there. But yeah, oh my gosh, man. Oh, I love when plays work out like that so much. And you can see, just like I said, right? Like, and yes, I know that I already saw the play happen, but dude, I'm telling you, in live time, when I'm watching this and I see this, man, that is just, that's so juicy, bro. Like, that's going to get destroyed every time. Oh, and there it is. But yeah, so there's that. We'll go on to the next, which I believe was a 32nd. Man, I took several plays on the 14th, apparently. Yeah, this 32nd was really good. So we get a really nice pump up, right? So what happens is we pump up right into this, right? Pump up into this. I can't remember if there was an SMT or not, but we pump up into this, and yeah, we do inverse that, but you don't want to take an inverse up like from that far away. First of all, you really don't want to do that. But we're delivering from here. Wait, I'm sorry. See what time frame that was. This 3 minute. So we wick super hard up into this 3 minute. Immediately come back down. Right? So I'm watching this. I know it's not singular, okay? But instead of going off of a singular gap, since there wasn't really one, I just used both of these candles. And like, it's hard to explain, but in live time, when you see us like pump up into this like crazy and then immediately come back down, it's just so bearish. And then once again, you guys, look at this. Like, this is just this is just targets to be ran, my friends, I promise. So yeah, we watching for an inverse here. I don't want to press play because I keep passing it. For some reason, I think that's where I got in. I can't remember. Okay, yeah. So I actually got in on the candle before, but it's fine. Get in right there. Full target right here. Nothing crazy. We get the inverse. Oops. That is not the template. FVG. Here. And on this one, we do get a little bit of a pump back up because of this big gap down here, which is fine. So here is one issue with taking this play, right? And even though it works, when you get in this very first inverse here, there's not really a super good break-even point, right? Like, it's just a big long gap down here. And so it's a little iffy because we could easily do this and do that, which exactly is what happened. But so really, in hindsight, maybe even this is a better entry here. I mean, actually, that candle kind of took away an entry, but Yeah, sometimes if you don't have a good break even point, it's not super ideal, but I had a lot of conviction in it. When I saw this candle pump up and then the way we just stopped pumping, I was like, okay, that's pretty solid sign for a reversal. So there's the full TP right there. Here's the trade if you want to see that. All right. Clear off these drawings. Back out. Let's see, what is the next play? Another heartbreaker. Unfortunate. 15th. Alright, so this play, you guys, I have no idea why this failed, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, alright, technically, it didn't fail. So what happened was, I'm having to risk less on my accounts right now because they were in a little bit of drawdown. So I couldn't risk any more than $100. Like, I just didn't want to, right? We get this. We sweep this low. I believe we're delivering out of... So we are delivering out of a 15-minute here. It's not the most obvious gap, but it's definitely relevant. Sweep the low. We're bouncing out of a fair value gap. And this was just one of those plays. Dude, like, look at that candle. Oh my gosh. Okay. Look at this candle. Like, we ripped through this candle. We have relative equal highs here. We just swept sell side here and here. Like, this mechanically really did make sense. Break even here. Okay. So what happened was I basically got wicked out. Okay. Price came down. It technically, if you look here, price never closed back below. Okay. And I've said it multiple times in my videos. The stop out is a close back below or above. So this never closed back below. However, on this wick down, I would have been over $250 in drawdown, which for this trade, I was not willing to risk that much. So unfortunately, I had to cut the trade just to watch my, I mean, it would have been a break-even play anyway, but it's okay. It happens. Price action Tuesday was absolutely terrible. And I kind of knew that was going to fail. I'm not going to lie. Like, I guess it didn't fail, but I just knew it wasn't the cleanest entry. Because that whole day price action was really, really, really bad. If you can see here, this is literally all we did. Like, up, down, then we came down here, and then we chopped some more, and that's all we did on Tuesday. So it was pretty bad. Lesson learned. When my gut is telling me that price action is terrible, I should just trust my gut and avoid it. I think that'll just work better for me in the long run. So, I'm taking a few losses now. Okay, so this one here. So we get a nice candle that wrecks through this low, and that low. And as you can see here, though, so we get a nice push down, but then we just, like, stall, right? Like, we literally just stop moving, okay? And there's no real obvious gaps here. Maybe on the 30-second. Okay, so on the 30-second, we're actually delivering from here. I'm watching this gap on the on the 1 minute. Here we have LRLR above. We're kind of in the middle of a giant 1 hour, so I didn't really have any like good targets in mind. I really got in this because of the momentum, and we were looking pretty bullish at the time. So let's see. Bang, we get the close there. Ah, dang it. Well, the entry I actually entered here, which is fine. And I'm pretty sure I just went for like 30 points. Okay. Nothing crazy. The thing is I don't know where to get out on this. Like, this, if I aim for this, whoops, you know, the RR on that is terrible, right? Like, I mean, I guess it's not terrible, but it's not that great. Like, for me, I would probably just go break even here and just see if it keeps running, basically. We were kind of pumping through that 1 hour gap pretty aggressively, so honestly, kind of just a lucky play. I got out there. Yeah, it wasn't super amazing. I didn't really have any targets above, but hey, it works, and I got unlucky on a couple of really good setups and got lucky on an average setup. So sometimes that's how the game goes. Let's see. On to the last couple trades here. I think we got a 3 minute. No. Wait, yes. Okay, yeah. So, not the cleanest setup, I'm not gonna lie. But the thing that I really, really liked about it is we pump into this giant gap here, right? But we don't just pump straight into it. We leave these lows, all of these lows, and like I've been saying this whole video, that is like, you guys, that is the juiciest target of all time. Trust. So we got this 3 minute. We're delivering from this gap right here. We've swept all this buy side. So watching to get an inverse here, basically. I didn't enter on that because it didn't close below. Okay, so there's the entry there. Here, we got the IFEG, and let's see, where did we target? Literally, all we targeted was right here. Just our quick 30 points, and the reason being is because of this giant gap. Okay, look how hard we wick down into this, and then pump, then come back down, pump. So if I'm in a short here, I have no clue if we're gonna continue through this gap or not. So I don't want to sit there through that and risk it. Okay, so I set my limits there. Boom, we get out, and watch the way we react out of this, right? Okay, so yes, we go through this and we close below, but we still pump back up, and that just shows you why it's so important to just secure your profits, you guys, and not feel like you have to catch every run. Like, even if all this is going to get ran, why do I have to be involved in all of it? Like, there it goes. Just like I thought it would. But I don't need to be in that whole move, you know? I can just get my piece and move on. I don't like being in trades for a long time. It's just stressful. Here's that. All right. And the last play was kind of a random play, but it was at the end of the day. So, watch. You see how we come down here and we do this? Up, 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 up. And we leave all these highs, right? Then we come down here like this, and we come right up to this and rip and stop and come down again. Whew. Just like what I've been talking about with the shorts, this is such a good target, you guys. Like, I can't even explain. It's such a good target. So what happens here? We come down, we generate these highs, come down, generate this sell side, generate another buy side, rip down through this, sweep all these, right? Get a huge candle up, okay? Now, there's nothing really to take here. So when we're just here, yes, this is a massive candle, but what am I really looking at to take here? Like, see how there's no clear gap, right? So I gotta wait for something super obvious, okay? And what happens is when, jeez, when you get a pump like that, okay, this is basically like a mini market structure shift, right? Because we've swept these lows, now we've put in a low and then a high and now a higher low rather than a lower low. So it's almost like a mini market structure shift. I'm watching for this inverse here. Why do I like this instead of taking one to here? Because now this has essentially taken out some of this gap for me, okay? So if we create new structure, we create a giant bullish candle, come down, tap into it, and get a reaction. Now it's basically an inverse delivering out of an inverse, and it's almost actually a BPR, which is a balanced price range. So that's my confluence on taking that, or on taking this play. So we've got delivery here. Inverse here. Entry is here. Target is these equal highs. Okay. Bang. And honestly, this was end of the day price action, and it was kind of wild. These candles were like zoom, zoom, zoom. Take profit was here. Bang. So all out there. Pretty good week, I'm not gonna lie. And I know I said that I would talk about the Tradeify account that I blew. Okay. Now, let me tell you guys this. When I took this 3-minute short, okay. When I got in here, when we were about down to here, I set 2 limit orders for my position at my break even, okay? And then I set take profit orders down here at the bottom. You guys, make sure you always close out all of your limit orders before you shut your charts down, okay? Because my take profit was hit, but I didn't close my break even stop loss orders, and so I closed the charts, and later in the day those orders were hit, and then at the end of the day I got an email that my account was blown. Worst thing ever. I literally had to email support and was like, yo, like when I stopped for the day I was $1,500 in profit, and now I'm not. So what happened? And as you can see here, look, he said you left a stop loss order that was filled, see below. So giant heartbreaker. You hate to see it, but such is life. It's not a big deal. We move on. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this guy's super long video. I'm sorry that it was long, but I wanted to catch you guys up on everything. I'll get back to being more regular next week and from here on out, hopefully. But yeah, Thanks for joining, and see you. Peace.